Hi, everyone. My name is Quyen Ngo. I go by she, her pronouns. I am currently on Tongva, Chumash, and Teach land. I'm a Southeast Asian woman with short, dark hair that is currently slicked back. I'm wearing a cream jumpsuit with a white cardigan, and in my background is a bunch of stuff like plants, books, a bookshelf. And I'm so excited to be facilitating today's breakout session. A little bit about myself before I introduce our breakout kind of panelist lead. I'm an actor and an organizer, and outside of facilitating today's breakout room, I also facilitate programs for all different kind of groups and individuals, from plastic surgeons to activists to migrant workers. The reason why I'm in this breakout room is because I'm particularly interested in learning of different people's approaches to shifting culture when it comes to sustainability. So it kind of seems like a perfect fit for a conversation from the head of Future Meets Present. And that's what I wanted to dig in. So thank you, Amer, for being here with us today. We're excited to get started. Maybe if you could just kind of kick us off with a short introduction. I know you already did one in the large group, but we're in a smaller group now, so you can do a more intimate intro.
Sure. I'll practice your way. He, him pronouns. I am an Arab American male, a non-threatening, burly-chested, mustached Syrian man, sitting in a big room with purple floodlights above me. What else?
And I mentioned what a native land I'm on, and aside from that, you can whatever you want.
I'm originally from New Mexico, southern New Mexico, but now I live in Brooklyn, which is the native land of the Lenape people.
Perfect. And anything else you want to share? And actually, what I'm going to do after you share that is, because we have a few folks here with us right now, I'd love if everybody could do a short intro as well. So Amer, finish your intro, and then I'll have other folks speak too.
Yeah, great. I approach climate change through the lens of design, and mostly about designing what I refer to as the desired state. So it's not so much looking at all the trees that are being cut down, but we look at all the trees that are being replanted as a small metaphor. And we expand on that through my company called Future Meets Present. I'll tell you more about that as the conversation goes on. George, Perfect. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Perfect. George, go ahead. We'll just do very simple introductions. You don't need to follow my, my little breakdown. So you can just say your name and why you came into this breakout session. We'll start with you, and then if you can popcorn it over to one of the other folks, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. My name is George, based in Toronto. I'm on the Mississaugas of the Credit, Anishinaabe land. So I'm in Canada, obviously. But my pronouns are he/him. I'm not the best at describing my background, but my lighting isn't the greatest, that's all I know. I have a painting in the background of a lion, which is pretty awesome. Reason why I'm in this breakout room is I'm just interested in learning about different perspectives in different industries. And it comes down to us being a collective in terms of partnerships for sustainable development. And so, yeah, awesome to be here and looking forward to connecting.
Great. Jenny Lee, would you be okay to give a small intro?
Hi, yeah. I go by she, her, hers. I'm Latina, I'm tan. My background is with a white curtain and a mint room and a white lamp. I'm currently in Jersey. I'm from Jersey, which is the native of Lenape land as well. I recently graduated with an MS in Sustainable Business from University of Miami. So, and before that, I graduated from Rutgers University with a BS in Environmental Science. So, I'm really interested in the sustainability space, especially in storytelling as a way to communicate business plans to companies and different leaders in the industry as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenny Lee. And next is Adil. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Adil here. I use he, him pronouns. I'm in Westchester, so also Lenape and Wappinger land. I am half Turkish, half Indian. I have kind of tannish olive skin, black hair, bushy eyebrows, and my background is just a white ceiling. There's a world map in the corner, kind of. And I work at Sierra Club, which is an environmental advocacy group. I do communications for the Northeast. I work with a lot of utility companies, and I do a lot of pressure campaigns trying to get them to transition to clean energy.
Awesome.
Great to meet everyone.
And why did you choose to come to this breakout session in particular?
It was hard. There were so many different interesting speakers, and I was just really curious about the marketplace of the future that you're working on. And I also think that in our media, we do a lot of like doom and gloom, but we also need to show people like what a better world could be like and how we would reach there and how awesome it would be once we get there.
Right.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, Amer, if you kind of want to just piggyback from there, I know that during the session earlier, you didn't have much time to do the screen share. So I was going to kick us off by just saying, if you could introduce to us, since we have a smaller group and a little more time here, what Future Meets Present is, what it is that you do, and kind of just digging into that.
I'd love to. Yeah, I think I had mentioned, and thanks for your thoughts, Adil. It's like perfect. I think I mentioned a little bit earlier that my background began in nightlife. Did I say at the very beginning? Yeah. I was a nightclub DJ for about 4.5 years in New Mexico. And the documentary about plastic bags ended up becoming what turned into this career trajectory. And now I moved to New York City because of grad school. I got a degree in design for social innovation. And I just remember my first couple of years, this is how Future Meets Present came about, just the genesis of it. Remember my first couple of years in New York, I was walking around Times Square in the middle of this headspace where I was thinking about a solution to plastic bags. And then, so I brought this to show you guys. I had alluded to it earlier in the talk, but I didn't get a chance to show it. But I went to design school to design a solution to plastic bags, and then I came up with this concept here. And this is a bandana or a bracelet that can very easily transform and turn into a tote bag like this. See? Like that, right? You can flip it inside out if you don't want to see the tail. And then it's super easy to put back on. You just go like this and then yank it down like that. So made this guy, and then in this headspace, I was walking around and I saw an advertisement for the Parlay for the Oceans shoes. You guys know those? Have you seen those? The Adidas shoes that are made out of ocean plastic. Okay, so I saw the first advertisement in Times Square about those things, and very much like what Adil was alluding to, the desired state and like the hopeful vision, that kind of thing. I just looked at those and I'm like, it was just so matter of fact to me that this is what is going to be normal in the future. Every organization is going to use recycled materials, that kind of thing. And then I looked at that billboard and it was like, okay, this is what it looks like when the future meets present. Okay, cool, great. And then I would start seeing more things made out of recycled materials. This is what it looks like when the future meets present. So it's just been this developing context over years, and just slowly seeing more things as indicators of what it looks like when the future meets present. So the way we bring that context to life as a company is through design. We're a design studio. Products, visualizations, events. This is an experience design project, what's sitting behind me. And the Marketplace of the Future is our flagship event. So I'll take a breather there.
I think just a simple question from George was, how soon can I get one?
Yo, oh, sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Wait a minute. That's hilarious. You can get them, well, I'm currently out of stock until, you can get one now, is the answer. Yeah. It's called a Bracelet Tote. It used to be about this big, and it was just big enough as a school project, actually. It was just big enough to wrap around my wrist. But then I made it this big. So I'm going to rebrand it at some point, so that it's not just restricted to a bracelet. But for now, it's, let me see, here you go. Bracelettote.co. And they're all made out of recycled materials. This is all fabric scraps. So the only option I think on the site is a surprise me, because I don't always know what colors I'm going to get, because I get them from my fabric, my tailor. Fabric scraps that she has around, I'm just like, yeah, as long as they're within a certain thickness and they're not stretched, and then the interior material is a repurposed nylon that I found collecting dust in the Bronx. 700 yards of this in the back of a factory. Just like, yep. Take it.
Right. And also for everyone here, I mean, since this is a small group, I also think that feel free to just unmute yourself and ask questions at any point. You can kind of indicate so that, we know that you're going to ask a question. But yeah, I think the next part, you can share what you were going to share in the larger group and show us what that's all about.
Great. Okay, cool. So I'm glad we started here, because that was really the genesis of someone going from not having thought about sustainability at all as a nightclub DJ to seeing this documentary to like, okay, what do I do about it? And then how does that just continue to evolve? The Marketplace of the Future started in 2017. And in short, it's an expo of brands that are doing things like this. And the thinking is that all of these organizations are what's going to be normal in the future. So what is it going to be like if we put them all together? And we do it in the context of a World's Fair. So, we do it in the context of a World's Fair. It's inspired by the 1939 World's Fair, the New York World's Fair, which was the first World's Fair to be future-oriented. The 1939 World's Fair was the first time people saw color television. It was the first time people saw, actually television at all. It was the first time people saw photography. It was the first time people saw air conditioning and fluorescent light bulbs. They saw these things for the first time that are normal today. And that concept, to me, is very powerful. So if we have a curation of organizations working on reversing climate change as an idea of what's going to be normal in the future, will that help us get there faster? That's the energy that I've been sensing. And so we put this together in a space that's beautiful, that's more about a celebration than it is about shopping. We have a live jazz band. We have reusable cups for our open bar, open art exhibits, 15 different brands. And then last year we did it on online for the first time, obviously, and using this platform called Gather, which I can show you, which actually ended up being a crazy blessing in disguise. Because now we can use this platform to actually design what that world needs to look like, or at least what are those technologies and innovations that need to exist. And we know what technologies and innovations need to exist because we know what the sources of emissions are. So we know we need to see solutions in the world of regenerative agriculture, of energy, of buildings, of transportation, which you'll see up here with the Hyperloop and electric cars, bikes. This is a heliogen farm right here. This is a technology that I saw on YouTube. It inspired me so much. You can walk up to it, you can press X here, and then you can watch this video if it comes up. This technology is a solar concentration farm that, if deployed across the surface area the size of Alaska, it's large, but if deployed across the surface area of Alaska, can power the entire world. Exit page. Oh, I guess it doesn't like that I'm running two things at once. Almost there. Okay, anyway. Oh. Okay, here we go, sorry. How's that? See it? I don't know if anyone's nodding because I can't see the other screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Oh, okay, great. And then you can walk over into Exhibit Zone 1 or Exhibit Zone 2. And there you go. I'm super zoomed out right now so you can see all of the brands that we have. So tomorrow, starting at noon Eastern till 4, and Saturday, noon Eastern till 4, all of these booths are going to be manned with the exhibitors. And this is one of our sponsors here, Linked Equipment. They make homes out of shipping containers. So we can take the visions that need to exist in the future and we can bring them to life here in this digital world, which is super freaking dope. We have this Hyperloop station here, which you can take to the live stage that we have actually transformed into a place. Yep, here we go. This right here says call Congress. You can step up to this, press X, and then see call for climate. So all of this stuff that we can build in this digital world, and that's how the marketplace of the future evolved in 2020. This year, it's a hybrid event, doing digital, and then this bad boy in the evening.
Cool. Thank you, Amer. And also, just wanted to check in with y'all. Is his audio glitching up a little bit for y'all?
It was fine for me.
Okay. It might just
His is fine, but yours is glitching.
Yeah,
Yours is a bit, yeah. Okay.
In any case, we have just a few minutes left, and so I wanted to make sure that I give space for any of you to both share. You can share comments, not just questions, but share any thoughts of yours, kind of after being a part of this discussion, but also if you have any specific questions for Amer, yeah, now is the time to share and ask. We just have a few minutes together, so.
I have a question. Who's hosting New York Climate Week, and how did you kind of get this gig where they let you like have this immersive kind of installation?
The physical one, you mean?
Yeah.
So,
and all of it actually, like both the thing you just showed us and the like physical.
Oh, right. Okay. So the cool thing about Climate Week is that it's super open source. It's very much, it's kind of like South by Southwest, but for climate. You can create an event, make an Eventbrite, and then apply to the Climate Group's website for it to be listed as a part of the Climate Week affiliate program. They have a whole network of affiliate events. There's like 300 affiliate events happening all over the city. Ours was an affiliate event actually in 2017. And I have a really good relationship with this building management. So they let me use the rooftop for the first 2 years. And since I have a background in nightlife, my events were always at night. It wasn't like a daytime panel discussion or something. You know, it was a nighttime celebration with live music and such. And it's the last event of the week since it's Friday night. So they came to our event on the second year and they were just like, hey, this is awesome. Like, we don't have anything actually that's like this. Why don't we collaborate together and you just become the closing ceremony? And so they don't directly fund my projects. They actually just support with a lot of marketing and signal boosting. So we were on the Link NYC system last year and this year, I think. I didn't get to see us this year, but I think we were also this year. We're a featured event on their website. And then I'm allowed to be called the official closing ceremony. So even though they don't give me cash, but they do support. And the closing, the head of Climate Week is here. He's going to be speaking tomorrow. So it's a great partnership that I'm just so thankful for. But it started out as an affiliate event, just like that. Dope. Okay. Any other thoughts? How are you guys doing?
Can I come tomorrow since I'm so close?
That is music to my ears. Jenny Lee. Yes, please. Listen, and Adil too. Like, you're more than welcome to come. George, I think you're on the West Coast.
Yeah, I'm in Toronto, Canada. So.
Oh, you're in Toronto.
Yeah.
Do you know the Center for Social Innovation? You ever heard of the CSI?
Yeah.
I also work for the CSI. They used to be in this building.
Oh, nice.
So we're definitely connected in multiple ways. Go to marketplaceofthefuture.com and use the code friends and fam. It's a $50 ticket, which includes an open bar, but please, use that code and you can get your tickets for free. Feel free to bring a +1 if you like. And then the online portion is free. Like, it's just open.
So are there like any new technologies, like you mentioned in your design, how you were inspired by that video on YouTube with the farms. Is there anything right now that you're really passionate about that you're trying to integrate as well?
Yeah, that's a super good question. I'm excited about green hydrogen. I spend countless nerdy hours at night watching YouTube videos about renewable energy, but green hydrogen is something that I'm really excited about. And anything that has to do with carbon capture, I'm really excited about. There's a company here called Air Company, and they have a proprietary carbon sequestration technology, pulling carbon out of the atmosphere, and they use that carbon, transform it into alcohol, and they make vodka out of it. They also make, I'll show you, and we were working with them on becoming a product sponsor for the event. Oh shoot, I'm hotspotting my phone. That is not good to walk away. Got it. We were working with them on becoming a product sponsor, but they're clean out of inventory. So instead, they sent us these beautiful bottles of hand sanitizer. This is alcohol that is made from carbon pulled from the air. So sick. And it's like beautiful glass bottle. So this company as a whole, I'm genuinely excited about them because they're using their technology not just for alcohol and vodka, but their plan is to deploy their carbon capture technology on Mars so that you can, the Martian atmosphere is 90% carbon dioxide. And so if you capture that, you can use it to make rocket fuel. So you don't need to carry all the rocket fuel with you to Mars. You can make the rocket fuel there and then fly back. You can also use it to make glucose and food. Long answer, Air Company is a company I'm excited about right now. And anything to do with green hydrogen and Heliogen, that solar farm that I have in the marketplace.
Have you tried the vodka?
I haven't, but apparently it's super smooth because it doesn't come from a food source. It's like $75 a bottle. So I was hoping they'd have some to give us, but it's good old Barton's.
Jenny Lee, I think you had unmuted yourself, right?
Oh, no, I was going to say, thank you for sharing. Thank you. That sounds really cool.
Well, if you come tomorrow, one of these is yours.
Okay.
No vodka, but we got some hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I got some sanitizer for you.
Any other questions folks would like to ask? Any thoughts they'd like to share?
Any events coming to the north side of the border?
Not for me, not right now. Look up the Center for Social Innovation. The world that you saw that we designed, the Gather world, my team designed their world as well. We haven't launched it yet, but if you want to write to me also, I could hook you up with the CSI in Toronto.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm sorry, I really wish, I got to run in a minute because we got to finish doing some production stuff, but I really wish I would have had some time to hear what you guys are up to.
Yeah, I'll
LinkedIn.
By email, and then we can schedule a chat.
I'd love that. This is a really nice group here. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'd love to reach out and talk more.
You bet, Adil. Yeah, especially you're with the Sierra Club, right? Is that what you said, Sierra Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, if I would have met you earlier, we could have given you one of these tables.
That would have been cool. They definitely would have been interested in that.
Well, if you can make it, we'll see what we can do.
All right, cool. Yeah, I have to figure some stuff out because I'm with my family and stuff, but
Great.
We'll see.
Sure.
And really quickly, before we close out the breakout session, if y'all haven't answered the question on the poll yet, please click that so you can answer that. Amer, you don't have to answer it because technically they're answering that in relation to the information that you shared. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for joining this breakout. Thank you, Amer, for sharing with us and also giving us a live tour that we didn't know that we were going to get. Yeah, it's been great. He dropped his information in there, so feel free. I'm giving them permission to reach out to you. So But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Amir. Do you have any last words before we close off?
No, I appreciate this, and I'm inspired by all of these. We're an ecosystem now, you know. Like we're not just by ourselves watching these documentaries, worried about plastic bags, all this kind of stuff anymore. It's like you can't deny it, and it's just cool. Like the Hollywood Climate Summit, like that's great. And thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to me, and I look forward to meeting y'all.